What's up, guys? Okay, so twice, I can't stop me. Uh, Little story, I've had this song stuck in my head for 3 days because I stupidly didn't mute the video. I listened to the song once. It took one listen to get this song stuck in my head, and I only listened to it once, and that's it. I haven't listened to it since, but I still have had this song stuck in my head. Yesterday, I woke up with the song in my head. All day long, the song is in my head. I had an urge to listen to it yesterday. I didn't listen to it. So today I'm good, but I just want to show you that, you know, even if you're not watching K-pop, because I don't watch K-pop, I just do the videos, right? So I don't watch, I don't do any of that. And yeah, it still affects me. The last time this happened was with Super M, with the video 100. And instead of muting the video, I listened to that, and that song got stuck for like 3 or 4 days. Plus 10 is in that group. This is why I try not to. 10 is like a problem. I just can't deal with 10. So I really stay away from that group or anywhere he's in. And then on top of that, what's another song? Oh, and More from Twice. That song was also a problem. And you know why? It's a frequency. They mix the voodoo with frequency. They use frequency as voodoo. And this is why if you're having problems with K-pop, you need to mute the video. But if you're having problems with the idol, or because the video has voodoo itself, these idols are walking voodoo dolls, okay? So you have to choose. If it's a song, don't listen to the song for a few days and you'll get over it. But if it's a music video, you just have to stop watching. You know, you're going to have to take that step at some time. Okay, so let me give you a rundown of what this video is about in case I forget anything. Number one, it's about the moon. Yes, it is connected to the not 19, sorry. Actually, talking about 13. Super M actually equals Super 13. It's Super 13 because M is the 13th letter of the alphabet. So do you realize how satanic K-pop is? Super 13, Super M, which means Super Satan, because 13 it stands for God in Hebrew. Their God, not our God, but it spells out God. I think it's Hashem. I'm pretty sure it's Hashem, which is God. So 13 is the most demonic number. It's connected to Satan. It is Satan. Look at it that way. It's Satan, right? So going back to what I was talking about, this is connected to the moon cycle as well, because there's a lot of blue coding in this. There's a lot of water, all that type of stuff, right? Which is connected to the moon. Now, we are going to have 13 full moons by the end of 2020. That's one. And number two, this is also coding the total solar eclipse that we are going to have this December 14th. Now, a total solar eclipse is the most important eclipse for these people to do a sacrifice. So I hope that no one gets sacrificed from now until then, and even after, because people can get sacrificed days after the actual eclipse. This is connected to the blue Halloween moon we are going to have as well. Okay, so think about this. Halloween is the most disgusting holiday for Satanists. It includes cannibalism, drinking blood, orgies, sex with animals, incest, necrophilia, which is having sex with dead people, and also some other type of worships and rituals that they do, and spell casting. So basically, Halloween is just one big party for the Satanists. It's like they do everything, the most detestable thing you can think of, they are going to do. Now think about this. This Halloween, we are going to have a full moon. So every full moon, they do sacrifices. So this is going to be a double whammy for them. And on top of that, it's going to be a blue moon. Okay, it's going to be huge, and it's going to be very important for them. So this is what I'm saying. There is no coincidence that this song is all full of blue and all this type of stuff. So let's start. This over here is the flower of life. This is connected to the Kabbalah tree, the tree of life. Whenever you see a big old flower in the middle of nowhere in a music video, it's talking about the flower of life. Now, this is what I'm talking about. Over here, this is what it looks like, okay? This is the whole package, right? You have the flower of life surrounding the tree of life, okay? So this is what it looks like. This is the whole package. The flower of life represents the Big Bang. It represents the beginning of the beginning. This is where science gets the Big Bang theory from. Okay, the flower of life. Now, there is no creator. So we have a creator, Elohim, Jehovah. He created us. But Satan doesn't have a creator, which makes no sense. And this is where Kabbalah fails. Just like all the other false religions, they fail, all of them, every single one. And, you know, Jesus is the truth because not just because he's the most beautiful thing on earth, but because he makes sense. It makes sense that God would do some sort of sacrifice or something for us to be saved, because if there is a creator, if there is a perfect creator, how can we do anything to deserve to be with him, or how can we work ourselves to heaven? We are just human. We're imperfect. So how can we do any works to make it to heaven? And this is why, for me, all other religions just don't make any sense, because most religions are based on doing works to get to heaven. Doing good deeds makes absolute no sense, because if you are human and you have a creator, you will never be able to match him. I mean, have you seen the creation? You know what I mean? Animals, flowers, plants, and there's so many things we haven't even discovered. I mean, give me a break. We can't match that. So that's where it fails. So this is the whole package. And I haven't really covered the flower of life, I think. So that's what it means. So this is, again, Kabbalah, okay? We're at Kabbalah again. So let's go forward. There's a lot of geometry going on here too, but we'll discuss it a little bit later. I don't want to miss anything. Okay. Here. There's a yin and yang, right? The Baphomet, black and white, as above, so below. They are worshipping the Baphomet, right? Because they are all in, it's kind of like a beige, and they are all in black, light and dark, right? Light and dark, men and women, water and fire, right? That's pretty much what the Baphomet is. Now, this is also MK Ultra, because they are looking at themselves. So this is mirror imaging, and we use this in gematria as well with the numbers, right? It's all about mirroring. So mirrors can be used as a portal. And this song is actually about astro traveling and having sex with demons. And this is a part of Satanism. I'm going to show you that it's in the calendar. This is actually real. People have sex with demons. It's part of satanic ritual, and people actually just practice this too. They just do it. So over here, MK Ultra, detachment, disassociation, DID, multiple personality disorder, right? Also, it can represent spiritual possession, because there is an aspect of spiritual possession with DID, but we won't talk about that now. But this is just talking about the two parallels. So, but it is talking about astral travel. Now, let me tell you why. Let me go to the lyrics. Now, you have the red line here, okay? Keep that in mind. Let me explain this first. The red line represents blood and the flower of life, the beginning of the beginning, right? Because the flower of life is red at the beginning of the video. And then we have white light. White light represents Lucifer, the light bearer, Lucifer, the angel of light, right? Copying Jesus, because Jesus is the angel of light. So, well, no, he's not the angel of light. Jesus says, I am the light. He is the light. So here we have all that, right? So we have Baphomet all over the place here, right? And blood, sacrifice, all that type of stuff. Okay, the red line in the occult, we have to draw, well, not me anymore, but you know what I mean. You have to draw a line, a circle, a triangle, a hexagram or a pentagram to do your work. And for the most part, it's done with blood. Okay, that is the most effective. Now, this is why she's talking about a red line and crossing the line, not only crossing this line, but crossing to another parallel. Now, in voodoo, you have something called crossroads. Okay, and for all those people that said that G-Friend was never demonic before they went with Big Hit, didn't G-Friend have a song called Crossroads before they joined Big Hit? You know, they are all demonic. They are all, you know, it's all about Satan. Doesn't matter who they're with. It's just that some companies are worse than others, but they are all the same. You know what I mean? So anyway, let's get to the lyrics. The lyrics here, it says, right in front of me, this red line. Across from each other, you and I exchange glances. Wanna feel the thrilling highlight? I can't stop me, right? So it's talking about the light. It's talking about Satan and the light that you see when you astro travel, okay? And also over here it says, I'm surrounded by the spotlight. As it shines on me, I am swept into darkness. So here we're talking about the yin and yang again, as above, so below, light and dark. But we're also talking about they know what they are doing. They know it's darkness. They know it's wrong. They know. Do you see how these people know what they are doing? They choose to stay on that side because they like it. They like evil. And like God says, you hate me because you like evil. That's it, period. So it says here, I see the end and I know it's not right. Right? So this is talking about having sex with demons, astro traveling. We're going to see a bit of that going on when one of these girls is on a motorbike and there's all these lights and stuff, right? So let me talk about that right now. That's a pope. We're going to talk about him soon. Where is the satanic calendar? Oh, here it is. Sorry, guys. Okay. In Satanism, there's something called Demons Reveal. It's a holiday and it's a blood sacrifice, and it includes association with demons, sexual association with demons. It's called Druid sexual associations with demons. Now that's where we get the whole astro traveling from, okay? And this is what this is about. They are talking about traveling over this line, and they are looking at themselves, right? Because they are showing you the MK Ultra, they are showing you the disassociation, good and evil, all that type of stuff. Now here you can see a little bit of black and red going on. We always have to have a black and red moment, right? Red and black represents the Masonic colors, 32nd and 33rd Freemason degree, 32nd and 33rd degree Masonry. That's what it represents. Also, the Vatican used the red and black, and that's where it comes from originally. And then we have the Church of Satan, which is represented by the red and black. Red and black really means, in the Kabbalah tree, it represents understanding sacrifice, understanding bloodshed. Right. And this is what the Vatican did when they murdered all the Christians, thousands of years ago, hundreds of years ago. They would crucify and kill and burn Christians at the stake. And this is why. And this is why they wear these colors, because they think they have the right to kill people. And they are not doing it now, but they will in the tribulation, because the Vatican is in the book of Revelations. They are the whore of Babylon. So that's why the Vatican, the Freemasons and the music industry and everything, they all have the same coding, color coding, and the government as well. So this is again MK Ultra. Okay, she's got the beige, this one's got the dark colors, right? It's talking about that MK Ultra, basically dissociation, and the split that happens when you are severely abused, and also the parallel, of astro traveling, because they're talking about having a sexual encounter, but they are looking at themselves. So they're not talking about someone else. It's quite obvious what this is about. She's over a cliff, right? There's a bit of dual programming here. The color pink represents sex for the Kabbalah. It's not in the Kabbalah tree, the pink, but it is in the LGBTQ, in the original LGBTQ flag, but they had to take it out, right? I will make a video about that. It's very funny. But pink actually represents sex. So can you imagine how now pink is really representing children now? Light blue and pink. So it tells you how they think. Okay, it's just amazing, these people. Okay, here we have this girl. She's got one blue eye. She's got one brown eye. And she's got the red line that they're talking about going through her face. And you can see a little bit here. It's red. Okay, this is talking about moon worship. The color blue represents the moon. The color brown represents earth in the Kabbalah tree, right? The kingdom, it represents earth kingdom, Satan's kingdom. And the blue is the moon, and you got the parallel here, right? The red. So this is talking about the moon worship that we're going to see later on. There is a cartoon, I can't remember now, it's a cat, I think, and they have uneven, uncolored eyes, and it's a very demonic, it has a very demonic meaning, and it is part of Enkai Ultra. I can't remember right now, I really can't. But this is connected to the moon and everything that's going on, because when we go forward, you will see all this blue and water and all this type of stuff. Now here they're doing as above, so below. So have a look at how they dance. They do as above, so below. Then they go round and they do duality. This is so demonic. Down, up, and then round, and then two. This can mean that she is a transgender when they do the two Baphomet duality sign. As above, so below again. They just paid homage to Satan 3 times. Here you have the duality, 1, 2. That's what it means. Okay. And also just want to talk about the arms in the background. When you see this, that's talking about spiritual possession. Okay. It's got to do with Hinduism. I think Hinduisms are the ones that use all those with the dancing and the arms and all that stuff, and their gods have like 100,000 arms and stuff. This is talking about spiritual possession. It's about when Jesus cast out all the demons from one man and threw them to the pigs, and the pigs flew out. Well, not flew, but they ran out and fell down a ditch or something. So Jesus asked this man, "What is your name?" And this man said, "Legion, because we are many." Okay, and this is what this means, and that's what Hinduism is all about. It's about spiritual possession, and it's all demonic, all of it, and all false religions are demonic by default. But this is what that means. It's about having a lot of spirits in you, and you can have a lot of spirits. It's not just one. You can be possessed by many spirits, and if you keep on doing really bad stuff, fornicating, watching porn, whatever it is you're doing, you are inviting all these spirits to come into your life. And this is what a lot of people, what happens is these spirits want to kill you before you find salvation, so you are going to want to kill yourself. And there were 7 spirits, I think, in this man. I can't remember now, but they called themselves Legion. Okay, so spiritual possession is real. Now, that's what I was talking about, the astral traveling. This is what you see in astral traveling when you do that, okay? It is very dangerous to do, because when you astral travel, you are going into another realm. There's different realms in the spiritual realm. You have demons around you now. Like, we have demons that are trying to, make us fall on our face on the daily. But there are even worse demons in the spirit realm, in the other kind of realms. When you astral travel, you are giving consent and you are opening the door for these horrible demons to come into your life. And these are the ones that break things in the house. They throw things across the room. They touch you. They can turn the TV off and on, all this type of stuff. Turn the radio on, turn the radio off, play with your mind and send you completely insane. And I guess you can say that these are the poltergeists that people think are ghosts, but they're not. They are actually a little bit more stronger than the demons on earth, okay? You have to be careful with the spirit realm. There's a lot of things that people don't understand. And when you play with the devil, you are giving him consent to kick your butt, basically. That's what's happening. You really are giving him consent. Okay, this over here. This is white. So the line, we're talking about the line again. This is talking about spirituality and going into the spirit realm, because in the Kabbalah tree, the color white represents a crown, represents heaven, the spiritual. She's got water over here. This is the moon. It represents the moon goddess. Water, the color blue, right? She's also wearing blue. But it also represents a portal, because water and the mirror, as we saw in the beginning of the video, represent portals. And this is why I think this is about astral projection, because they're talking about water. They're using mirror imaging as well. And you can use a mirror for magic. And again, if you do use a mirror for magic, you are going to allow all these horrific entities to come into your world. I've done this. I'm talking from experience. They're going to drive you crazy. Okay. And water too. You can, I think I saw a movie once called Constantine. I think it's Constantine. that movie is based on facts, even though it's trying to pretend to be fiction. Keanu Reeves is in that movie, and he uses a mirror as a portal, and he also uses water, and that's all occultic. That is legit. This is what's funny. Like, people think these movies are based on like fiction, and it's actually more true than what you see on your normal TV. So here, see, she's all dressed in blue, all paying homage to the moon and probably the full moon this Halloween. As above, so below with the dancing. I want to mention something else about astro traveling and MK Ultra. With MK Ultra, they do give you acid, okay? And this is what you see when you're in acid. You see all these bright lights, all these different psychedelic shapes, right? And in Satanism, they also do drugs as well. There's a lot of drug taking in Satanism. And what they do is, especially with orgies and stuff, this is why people so, you know, they have no inhibitions because they are under the influence. So with MK Ultra and what do you call it? Dual programming and all that type of stuff, and the butterfly and this type of stuff, astro traveling, drugs are involved. But you don't need to do drugs to do astro traveling. You don't. But don't do it. I'm telling you now, don't. See, she's astro traveling, and they're talking about a sexual encounter, right? They are dancing in front of the flower of life. There is going to be a reset. See how they mirror each other? So it's talking about different parallels. MK Ultra, split personality, all sorts of evil. All sorts of evil. There is also a lesbian code in this. So if you are feeling attracted to Twice, if you are having homosexual feelings towards Twice, don't feel bad. Pray to God, he will get rid of it. Okay, because homosexuality doesn't really exist. It's not, you're not born homosexual. You're not, it's all baloney. It's just the devil playing with your mind. I'll explain the code later. So this is talking about deflowering. Okay, because you can see that it's all covered in flowers, and then they pop up and it's a bit of a circle. It looks a little bit like a, you know, I don't want to be too graphic. Now, you know how when they say, I deflowered the virgin, like in old talk, you know, I deflowered the virgin, or, well, pop the cherry is the same thing. Pop the cherry, deflowering the virgin. This is what this is talking about. Because the song is talking about sex. It's unbelievable. This is a hexagram, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And it looks like an M as well, a little bit. It could be, and remember, M equals 13. The letter G equals 7. Remember that, like G Idol, okay? The K-pop idol band G Idol. They're basically called 7 because G represents the number 7. It's ridiculous, these people. Okay, did you see the water and the red line? So right there, there's so much information lately with music videos because I reckon it's because of the blue moon and all this crap. Okay, the water in the background represents a moon goddess. The blue over here, right? She's wearing blue, moon goddess. Then you have the red line, blood, the sun god, right? So again, they're paying homage. The reason the blue and the red is together right here and up here, I'm thinking that this is all to do with the eclipse, because that's going to all come together, right? The moon and the sun come together, and she's got red hair. So this is not, the red hair is not by accident. They know what they are doing. Now, I'll talk about this later, the color coding, because otherwise we'll be here forever. So let's move along. Now the pearls is important. We need to understand the pearls. She's got pearls around her neck, and that's pearl programming. This is, okay, over here, okay. And they have pearls in the beginning of the video when they're doing the mirror image, the ones in beige. I think they are encrusted in pearls. Pearls represent when they have been degraded by a man, because pearls represent male ejaculation. Okay, so if boys or guys are wearing pearls, it means that they had sex with a man and the man ejaculated all over them. Basically, that's what it means. And it's called a pearl necklace. And if a woman, for example, if she's wearing pearls, and if you see a bit of a pearl theme in a music video, like a lot of pearls all over the place, then it's talking about a lot of men have, ejaculated over these people. So these people are sex slaves. I guess that's the best way to just describe it. They are sex slaves. They are prostitutes. This is the truth, guys. And, it's been said over and over and over. Like, how many people have to come and say, there was one girl from the Pussycat Dolls who she left and she said that they were used as a prostitution ring. I mean, and of course the Pussycat Dolls right now, they're not going to admit it, right? But she has said it. And it's nothing new, because even idols have spoken about being raped and all that type of stuff. Now we see a little bit of MK. There's a storm. Great. MK Ultra, the butterfly. Okay, so there's a big MK Ultra situation going on with this music video, and she's not the only one wearing the butterfly. There's another one as well. Where is she? If this cuts out, I'm going to be very upset because it's already 26 minutes. Okay, the Star of Ishtar. This over here, let me show you something. This is the Star of Ishtar. The Star of Ishtar is also Semiramis, the moon goddess, and Venus, right? So it's all about the feminine. Now, let me show you. That's a circle. That represents Tammuz, the circle, the 360 degree, right? The circle. That represents the sun god. And then you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so the Star of Ishtar is the 8-pointed star. Where are you? Okay, over here. That's the Star of Ishtar. You are going to see this. I'm sure you've seen it in a lot of music videos, and especially in K-pop, you see them in their live shows more than in their music videos. Now, this is, like I said, this is basically the moon goddess. It represents, she's called the Star of Ishtar, but she is also Semiramis and Venus and Aphrodite and all the other goddesses too. They're all the same. Now, the Pope wears the Star of Ishtar. You will find the Star of Ishtar in the Vatican, okay? So here you go. You think this is a cross? That's not a cross. That's the Star of Ishtar. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And those are fire flames. Moon and sun, okay? Please understand, the Vatican is corrupt. The Vatican they are the original Freemasons. Where am I? Okay, ITs. ITs have the Star of Ishtar in their music video called Wonderland. You can see it over here. Okay, that's the Star of Ishtar. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And look, the gate opens. And there's something called the Semiramis Gate, which is the same thing. And I think she had 360 gates or something. And that's relating to the sun, because the circle represents the sun and 360 is the 360-degree circle. Guys, these people know what they are doing. I'm telling you that there's a reason why. Look, I do my best. I don't watch K-pop, okay? I only do it to make videos. I'm not addicted to K-pop anymore. The spell is broken. But like I said, I have a problem with 10. I have a problem with, what else was it? With Twice. I have a problem with Twice because their song, the frequency of their songs always gets stuck in my head. Twice is the worst for me, and it always happens. And it's my fault. It's no one's fault, because it's my fault because I shouldn't listen to the song. So I'm telling you, there's a lot of strong voodoo going on apart from the bloodshed, okay? She's wearing a butterfly, okay? And she's also wearing, look at that, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That, you find that in the Vatican as well. This over here. And the reason I'm starting to talk about the Vatican is because I didn't realize, I always known the Vatican was corrupt, but I didn't talk about it because I was just talking about the Freemasons. But the Vatican is the original Freemason. And I was so upset with the Pope the other day when he said the homosexuals, are the children of God, which is not true. You have to believe in Christ to be a child of God. So it has nothing to do with homosexuality. I'm trying to show you the red and blue. Sorry. But anyway, you get the drift. Red and blue. right? Sun and moon. This is because the red and the blue are so together, is talking about the eclipse that we're having in December, the 14th. Keep everyone in your prayers. Keep the victims of Halloween in your prayers now, because this is a really bad time. It started weeks ago. It's not Halloween. It's not just on the 31st. There is a huge, see how they are all wearing blue? That's a triangle, okay? That's used as a portal. Again, we're talking about portals. It also represents Satan and the Masonic triangle. See how they are all in blue? The moon, the blue pillar, triangle. This is all satanic. I mean, you have to just, it's not that hard to understand, but I guess people, if you don't want to see it, you won't see it. I want people to see this, because this K-pop is addictive for a reason. It's not because you are weak. It's not because there's something wrong with you. There's blood being shed for this. You have to understand. The more blood shed, the more you're going to be bewitched. Triangle formation, okay? And we can see the blue and red situation, okay? Blue and sun. Mumu is a man. That is not a biological woman. No, you got to look at casual photos to see, and, you know, look at their necks, look at their wrists. These people are lying to you. Now, let's talk about the color coding here, and then I'm going. The color coding here, red and yellow, okay? The color yellow represents beauty in the Kabbalah tree. Is number 6, is connected to Venus. So by default, it's connected to the moon goddess, who is green, the color green, and the number 7. So they're both the same people. The color yellow represents beauty. It basically keeps the tree alive. So it shows you that sex and beauty is the main focus for the Kabbalah. And it's no, I mean, that's how the world is, right? It's no coincidence. Now, the color red represents power, aggression, right? So this is talking about sexual aggression, is talking about beauty, the feminine, because both colors are, well, not the red, but yellow is connected to Venus, okay, and the number 6, and beauty. This is a sex kind of color coding. This is why I'm telling you, if you have any kind of feelings for these people, pray to God, leave it in God's hands. He'll get rid of it. This is a lesbian, here, let me just show you. This is a lesbian spell casting, because there's orange also, okay? Orange represents the sexual organs. And also in the chakras, it represents that area down there. So you have orange, red, and yellow, okay? The sexual organs with passion, right? Red, passion and blood sacrifice and everything to do with severity and beauty, yellow. This is spell coding, guys. This is a very strong spell coding, okay? And this, the yellow and black, where is it? The yellow and black represents understanding beauty, okay? This is a lesbian spell because, excuse me, in the Kabbalah tree, black represents understanding. Always remember that. Red, passion, severity, aggression, right? Understanding, aggression, power, all that type of stuff, sexual connotations, right? With the yellow, with the beauty, it's understanding women, understanding the beauty of women. It's kind of like when people say, there's nothing wrong with looking at women in that way. Women are beautiful, right? So that's why a lot of people think that they are bi these days, that they like both men and women. You are getting all bewitched by music and movies. That's what this is all about. And they're wearing the blue, okay? I'm going to go 33 minutes. This is ridiculous. I love you guys. If I missed anything, put it in the comment section, please. Take care of yourselves. I'll catch you in the next one. Okay, bye.